I'm Paul Hoffman. I am the Southeast Region Director of USAOCR. I'm standing out here in front of Atomic Training Performance, ATP. Inside is Coach Casey. Coach Casey is going to be one of the coaches at the USAOCR Winter Training Camp in Colorado Springs. This is kind of special for me. Coach Casey introduced me to the sport of obstacle course racing, and she's training a number of people in the area, including at least a half a dozen people who have qualified for Team USA. So let's go inside and talk to Casey. Coach Casey, good morning. How are you?
Hey, how are you?
Pretty exciting time for obstacle course racing.
Absolutely.
I mentioned earlier that you had trained me, that you gave me my start.
Yeah, we did the Spartan Sprint together back in 2014.
Wow, time flies.
Yeah.
So you've been invited to be one of the coaches at the Winter Training Camp at USAOCR.
Yes.
The people going are members of USAOCR. Most of them have qualified to be Team USA. How exciting is that?
It's pretty cool. It's really nice to see the sport moving in the direction that we want it to. It's such a new sport still. Mm-hmm. It's probably about, I would say, maybe a decade, and that's giving it a little bit more credit, but it hasn't been around that long. So to see it moving in the direction of the Olympics is so incredible. And I'm excited to go. I'm excited to see what the athletes have to offer.
You're considered one of the top OCR coaches in the country. Can you tell me a little bit more about your background?
Oh, thank you. Well, I've been a sports performance coach for about 15 years now. My bachelor's is exercise science. I graduated from Florida Atlantic University. Mm-hmm. I've been collecting certifications because I love to learn about the body and the movements. And so when I saw obstacle course racing coming about, the reason why I started focusing on training athletes specifically for that was because it involves so many different aspects of fitness. Mm-hmm. You need strength, speed, agility, coordination, balance, and it all comes into play. So what I love is that it develops this really well-rounded athlete. So because of that and my passion for the obstacle racing in general, I became the first Spartan coach down here in South Florida. And from then it's grown exponentially, the sport itself.
You also, the only American Ninja Warrior that I've ever seen was the one that you were on.
Well, thank you.
I've ever seen the show.
Yeah, thank you. We have a good time.
This is the first of its kind. The sport is in its infancy. The training is going to be held at the Olympic facility in Colorado Springs. Mm-hmm. What can the athletes expect?
Well, it's basically they're going to get to learn all this knowledge that they can take home with them and develop into their training program, because they're going to get different aspects of the running technique, nutrition. The part that I will be coaching specifically is more of the strength and conditioning aspect. Mm-hmm. So I want to make sure the athletes have a great mobility warm-up. They're doing injury prevention exercises. Mm-hmm. We've got to work on agility, because a lot of times that seems to be overlooked. Mm-hmm. Any kind of obstacle racing is incredibly agile. So, and then also the strength and conditioning aspect and functional training, because like we said, we want a healthy athlete. And then the last part will be the actual obstacle training. So I'm not certain that the Olympic Training Center has obstacles, so we're going to show you innovative ways that you can take that home to whatever gym that you might be working at as the athlete.
Now, we've seen obstacle course racing just explode in the past 3 or 4 years since we did our first one. What do you think the future of it is?
I think it's 100% going to be an Olympic sport. I love that, we're working with the Olympic Committee. And so under this governing body, we're moving it into that direction under the USA Pentathlon, because now we're including laser shooting. So I think we can definitely expect to see it in the Olympics in the near future.
I'm very sorry to say that it won't be there in December. But while I'm here, is there something you could show me?
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Let's go. I've seen this.
The rope climb. Okay, so this is definitely an obstacle that you expect to see at most obstacle races. So tell me about your experience with the rope climb.
Okay, so I have a lot of upper body strength, so I usually just muscle my way up.
So you just use your arms?
Yes. And I know that I'm burning out my arms for something else. But if you can show me a way to save my arms, preserve my arms.
Absolutely. So, and you bring up a good point, because you want to be efficient at everything and save your grip, especially where you can, because you do need to be able to complete everything. And so there's a couple different ways we can use our feet. The first one that I teach people that haven't climbed rope before is the S-rep, because I find this helps the athlete really get up the rope the best way. So what you want to do, are you right-handed or left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
Okay, so I'm going to come down. You're going to come up and give me your right leg. You want the rope to start in the middle, or in the middle of your body. There you go. You're going to wrap it around your foot like an S. So then, once you step up, you want to make sure you actually lock your foot on top of this rope, and then you're just basically extending your legs and then pulling yourself up to your chin. So you're not using just your upper body. You're actually pushing off your feet.
So I just hold my arms the way they are. I don't even pull up on them. I just
Correct.
hold the way they are.
For now, yes. Good. Now extend your legs. See? And you feel comfortable, right?
Yeah, I don't,
Exactly.
don't even have to use my hands.
All right, so ready? So hike those knees up again. And good. Okay, you got it. Come on. Let's go, Paul.
Oh, you
You got to hit that bell. Yep, it's all you. Kick that rope out. Good. Very nice.
It actually makes it better for coming down as well.
Absolutely. One of the things that you might see is sometimes with the rope burn, that's why people always wear the socks. So the other way that we do is a J-hook. This is a little bit harder a lot of times for people that are newer to it, but you're going to take the rope underneath your foot and then step on top of the rope like that.
Okay, so you went to the outside.
Exactly. So what, it's harder to get up in my opinion, but everybody's different. You have to see what works best for you. But what I like to do is I'll do the S-trap going up, and then I'll switch to the J-hook coming down so I don't get that rope burn.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So you want to try the J-hook?
I'm not going all the way up.
Okay.
So outside?
Yes. So you just, basically, I'm going to start this here. You're going to take this and you're going to put that rope, you're going to take your foot underneath like a scoop and put that rope right there. So again,
Like this?
on the top, other side. There you go, yes. So again, kick it out and try to rewrap it. So it's a little bit more technique based, as you see.
But
So that's why it
I
could
can see
be harder.
using that, just shifting.
It can be
for the way
quicker
down.
for some people, absolutely. So you're a fan of the J-hook, the S-wrap, as long as you are taking advantage of using your feet, the rope climb's going to be a lot easier for you.
Great. Thank you so much.
Hey, thank you.
December 15th through 17th?
We'll see you there.
Bye-bye.